Hi everybody, welcome back to casschats. I am Cass Bowers. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is Wednesday, so it's a Wednesday chat. I am going to continue to post every Wednesday and Sunday. And today there's two things. One, an update on my dissertation, and I was writing the introduction. And looking on the wall because all my notes are on the wall. The theoretical framework for my dissertation, I have to rewrite it. Those are the two things that my chair wanted me to work on. And so I didn't get much done. I did work on it a little bit, but I got distracted by work. There's some things I have to wrap up for the new job that I start on Monday, and there's some research I have to do for the job. So I put a little pause on it. I did do some work. I did some more research. I've been doing more reading, kind of just like to tighten up my theoretical framework. So my framework is on intersectionality. So reading about Dr. Crenshaw is like my hero, super fascinating and interesting for me. And so, of course, that's easy, to gather all of the authors on that. Literally, when I'm reading through my chapter 2, every section, and here are, you can see, here are the, hard to see right here on the wall, there's 18 sections. I think I read them off before. There's 18 subsections in my research, and in that 18, all of them, nearly all of them, talk about intersectionality of Black women leaders. So that is good that I did it that way, and that it's already there. So I just have to kind of bring it up to the introduction, and then it goes introduction, theoretical framework, and then it goes into all of your subtitles. And so it would be introduction, theoretical framework, like really setting the framework for intersectionality. And then my next topic is critical race theory. And so the critical race theory, of course, intersects, pun intended, intersects with the intersectionality of Black women leaders. So that folds into it really nicely. I feel like I'm so close. I'm glad I took the time to really dig in and get it done and have it in a place where I feel like I'm in a good spot. So I'm not done. I didn't submit anything on Sunday because there was nowhere to submit it. I went into my assignment portal, and there was nothing there. There was no way for me to submit it. So I had to call my advisor or email my advisor and get him to open the course back up because it was closed for some reason. So he opened it up right away. And so then I got distracted with work. And so I didn't go back to submit. So I still have to do that. And I will do that probably tomorrow, because I want to make sure that it's really good. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. So that's the first part. The second part is, let me turn this sound off. My friends are talking to me while I'm doing this video. So let me turn the sound off so you don't hear that little tick. That's them talking to me while I'm doing the video. So that's the first part. The first part is my dissertation. Yes, I'm still working on it. Yes, it's a daily thing. Yes, I'm very dedicated to it, and I'm really close. I feel much better today than I did the last time I spoke to you all. So yay, thank you all for the support. And Cara Coleman out there, one of my #1 subscribers, my subby. Thank you so much for always supporting me in so many ways. But anyway, that was number 1. Number two. This book, I wanted to talk about this again because it was Miss Angela Davis's birthday yesterday, and she's another one of my heroes, and I have another friend that has actually met her in person, and I'm so jealous because I would love to meet her in person. I've seen her speak several times. One of the positive things, if there's any positive things that came out of COVID, is that you have access to more people than you did before. So she was speaking on a panel, and I was able to attend it on Zoom. And, normally you wouldn't be able to do that because it'd probably be somewhere else, and it'd be a cost to get there and all of that. So it's opened up a world that I don't think we would have had at our fingertips as we do now. So there's one little positive thing. But this book is so good. I wanted to show it again. I know I probably showed it before. I think when I went through all of my books that are stacked over here, I showed it, I pointed it out. But it is so good. And so like I did before with the other book I'm reading. So how I've been reading these books is all over the place. I'll get an idea, I'll go research it, and I'll find it. Oh, I need to look in one of my books, and then I'll start reading that book, and then I'll, change, and it's a mess. It's a whole mess. I need to just like finish a whole book. This book is only like 200 some pages, but there's one particular part that I wanted to read, and I didn't highlight it. I was going to highlight it, and I didn't. I should have. But it's, it's about women and race and class. So it's not just, all over or overall class and race. It's about women. And so Angela Davis really sets it up so well. And I hope to be able to write the way she does, the way she puts all of the information within her writing. It's really well written. So one of my favorites, but I wanted to read this and now I have to find it. So wait, let me pause this, find it, and I'll be right back. All right, I found it. I found the little excerpt that I wanted to read. And here it is. Why can't I read? I can't read. Conspicuously absent from the flurry of publications is a book expressly devoted to slave women. Those of us who have anxiously awaited a serious study of the Black woman during slavery remain, so far, disappointed. It has been equally disappointing to discover that, with the exception of the traditionally debatable questions of promiscuity versus marriage and force versus voluntary sex with white men, scant attention has been focused on women by authors of these books. I could go on and on. I could read the whole book. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do a series of just reading off the whole book. But she just starts, and that's literally the first page. It's in the first page. She starts off by setting the tone that there haven't been any books that are expressly about how enslaved women were treated or the experiences. There are a few authors regarding that, and she lists some that get close, that kind of like touch on it, but not really go into great detail. And we know that there's Harriet Tubman, and there's been movies and books about Harriet Tubman, but that's an exception to how Black women probably experience being enslaved. I just thought that was a very critical point to kind of set the stage for this whole book about women, class, and race, starting with the slavery era. And so really that section is called the Legacy of Slavery, Standards for New Womanhood. So that's what it's called. But I don't know if I should just do book reviews and start reading through all of the books. But as I get farther, maybe I'll come back and give you a little bit more. But really, really good book. I highly suggest it. I'm about halfway through, but I skip around. Like I said, I will find something, I'll thumb through and like, oh, I need to look for this. So I kind of use it as a reference guide, and I just need to read it from front to back. It's 244 pages. I could probably read this in a couple of days. I'm a really quick reader. So that's what I should do. Like, where am I going to have the time to do that though? But I wanted to show you another book and say happy birthday to Miss Angela Davis, one of my heroes. She's done so much for women and for the movement. And I appreciate women like her. So that's what I wanted to say, a little bit about my dissertation and a little bit about Miss Angela Davis. And I will see you all on Sunday for a research Sunday, which I feel like all I ever talk about is my research. So maybe I'll find some other topic one day. But for now, looking for my little stopper, my little pin. For now, that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.